We'll
Yes.
start recording. A lot of students want to have this your stress. They don't want any other stress. So this your stress is the prayer of another student right now.
No, this my stress. This my current stress was my prayer a few weeks ago.
Right.
Oh, it's choking. It's choking me.
I know. So congratulations once again.
Thank you.
It's nice to have you here. So I'm just gonna quickly turn this to the speaker view. Yes. So before we start, hello everyone. Let me do this. Why are you doing this to me now? Okay, hello everyone, it's your girl Valin Ose again, and welcome to the same network, Study Abroad Made Easy with Valin Ose. So today, guys, I'm excited. You've heard our chat. Some people are praying for this kind of stress that Emmanuella is currently having, while Emmanuella is currently undergoing, like she said, this was her prayer some weeks back, and now she's in that phase and it's a different thing entirely. So she's praying for something else. So what I'm trying to say is today we have good news to share. Emmanuella is here and she's also a member of the same network, which is a Telegram community of aspiring and current international students. So if you're not a part of that community, please ensure that you click the link in my description so you can join that group and connect with other students. So basically today, Emmanuella is going to share our journey to our study abroad journey here. She's going to tell us what she did, the challenges, the good, the bad, and the ugly of everything. And just basically to encourage you, motivate you, and just to give you that push to keep fighting for your dream. And also to let you know that it's not as easy as it seems. So you hear from her, hear her story, hear everything that she did, what worked, what didn't work, and whatever advice she has for you, then you can also listen to that advice. But feel free to ask your questions in the comments, and feel free to join the Telegram community so you can receive more information on a day-to-day basis. I've been MIA for some time, but this is a good way to come back, hopefully. And we have a third person here. Julie is also a part of the same network community. So shout out to Julie. She's not going to say so much. Maybe at the end, she can ask more questions, but she's also going to be in the background. At some point, you see her face, but for now, just know that Julie is part of the same network community and she's one of the admins there as well. So I'm going to throw the floor open to you so you can start telling us about your story. So the first thing we'd like to know is basically, let's get to know you. Like, who are you? Where are you from? Where did you school? What your major, before all of this? So who is Emmanuella?
Okay, the name is Emmanuella Agu. I'm a Nigerian, Igbo from Anambra State. I had my undergraduate degree studies at Lekushune University, Cotonou, Benin Republic. I majored in mass communication, and I'm going for my master's degree program at Texas Tech University, and I'll be majoring in mass communication as well. Yeah, they are my boss. So that's, and my study abroad journey started during my NYC program. I think when I was about around, way back in 2017 or 2018. I can't really remember the year, but okay, yeah, 2018. That was when I started this whole application thing. My first country was Canada. I tried Canada 3 good times. They denied me that 3 good times. They chopped those people. They had in fact, I'm not saying they had the mind. But that's by the way. I tried it, they denied me. I was like, okay, maybe maybe Canada wasn't meant for me. I tried UK. You know UK now, they can easily give you admission. But the thing is, you have money. I got UK, I got like 6 admissions with different UK universities, but the money was way too much. And so one day I was just like sitting down, then I remembered that I'm a Catholic, yeah. So one of my priests then used to call me Black American. I don't know why. So I got sitting down. So that thought just came to my head, Black America. I'm like, okay, wait, though, I've never even tried America before. Okay, I said, fine, let me just try. So I tried America. Okay, an agent wanted to like assist me with it. Then he told me the amount for the agent fee was like 250K. I said, I don't understand. Why will I pay so much? I said, don't worry about. Okay, no, he assisted me. He gave me. I got admission with George Mason University to study public policy. but there was no funding and the fee was ridiculously high. I was like, see, don't worry about it. I'll do this thing for myself. So I took up the mantle. I went on. You see, Twitter. Twitter is one app that I'm so grateful for till tomorrow. Even if I would deactivate all my social media accounts, I will never deactivate Twitter because that was where I went to. Um, I I met some students in the US, the likes of Omo, forgotten his name, sha. But they are studying having their PhD program. So they were always like posting schools, how to go about it without paying for application fee. I'm like, so there's even way I can apply without paying for application fee. And I was spending that much in Canada. I was like, whoa, that was why I focused on the US. I applied to one Bowling Green State University way back in 2020. Yeah, 2020, and I got admitted. I did. Okay, no, sorry, 2019, I got admitted for the 2020 section, but Corona and the rest now. And then there was no funding as at that time. So when the funding came, it came in very late. There was no way I could actually process everything and still meet up. I had to like just let it go. So last year, same Twitter, I got to know about my current school, to Texas Tech University, and I applied not just to Texas Tech, three schools in total.
So
Boston
what are the
University.
schools you applied to?
Okay, I applied to Boston University, to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Sorry, Boston University, Boston, Massachusetts, University of Alabama, Tuscaloosa, and Texas Tech University, Lubbock. So I applied to all three. I applied to all three without paying for the application fee, whatever. My application fees was waived. All thanks to Twitter again. I got to know about how to like send the mail in regards to that. So I didn't pay for any application fee at all. So out of all the three schools I applied to, I got admitted to just one, which is Texas Tech. And the admission came in very early. It was the first that I applied to, and it was the first that actually gave me the admission. So
How
I
long
got
did
it.
it take for you to get a response from the school?
Didn't take long, I would say. It didn't even take up to 3. Okay, I applied September 2021. September. Then I got a response from them November. So it didn't really take that long at all.
Yeah.
So when I got a response from, I was like, wait, should I just hold on and wait till when I get response from others so that I can choose just in case they accept me? One other of my friends was like, better hold the one that you carry and be running instead of waiting and be wasting time. I said, okay, fine. January, I started the process. I got my I-20 and the rest. Boston and Alabama didn't even reply me till February and then at the March. Then I had already gotten my I-20 and I was presenting my visa application. When they finally go back to me, I wasn't accepted. I was like, thank God I wasn't even waiting for them and delaying myself. So after I applied for the visa. Then during the visa, what's it called? The visa interview process, I had no idea how it goes. So one month I just go to YouTube. YouTube, you can actually learn everything and anything on YouTube. Just go to YouTube. I was scrolling on YouTube. Then a page, I got this page came in, Aladiako, she's a YouTuber. So I went through her page. She really like helped me a lot on her page. Like I learned a lot from her page. Then I was scrolling, I saw Valid also. I was like, okay. I had to like go back. I did all this video to go back to when you first got to University of Alabama pinning camera. Sorry, I can't pronounce it clearly. I had to go back there. Like watching all the videos. I haven't watched your in fact the list that I've compiled now to buy stuff with. I got it from I got it from your video where you are doing pack everything you can pack. You see me, I even carry pot. This is my pot. I can pack everything. I'm like, okay, let me start be writing it down. I wrote everything down. Pack this one, carry everything. If you can never pay for extra luggage, pay for extra luggage. The main thing is that you have enough. Just carry. I was like, okay, I'm gingered. I was writing these different things, and fortunately, I've even gotten most of all those things that I said I should pack. Many things, but more food stuff, few clothes, more food stuff. I beg. So I went through your videos. I went through your the interview sessions you had with some other people. I went through different YouTubers that are into education. I went through all of them, and I was rehearsing, practicing all that practicing. I had no one to have a mock interview with, so I was just practicing up by myself. So my first interview was for April 12th. So I went for the interview. I was so tense. Very good. But if I ever remember that I was that tense for that interview, I'll just slap myself. I was unnecessarily tense and I was so nervous. And well, it's not my fault. That was like my very first experience. So I won't really blame myself for being that tense. I was really, really tense. So the tension fucked me up. I was declined. I was denied, sorry.
What
And then
questions
basically,
were you asked in the first interview?
okay, the first one, when I got there, why Texas Tech University and why mass communication? So I was trying to like answer the first one. The lady just interrupted me. Like she didn't even give me time. Where is she rushing to? She didn't even give me time to even explain. She was just rushing me up and down. And that day their light was bad at the embassy. So just going off and on, off and on. So I think all that actually like was actually pissing the lady off. Because when the light went off while I was there, she was like, I can't even see. Like her countenance just changed. Like she was just moody. I was like, okay, let me ban me. I think I went to the wrong video today. She's impatient and light is fucking up. I said, okay. Then and there, I just knew that I'm not sure I will even get this thing. After she asked that, she didn't even ask me who will sponsor me. Okay, she just asked me just two questions. Then the light went on. Then she was like, okay, how did you get to know about Texas Tech University? Yeah, how did you get to know about Texas Tech University? I was about answering and it's just like, I'm sorry, I won't be approving of this article. I'm like, that was how she just like did this whole thing. So when I was leaving the embassy, I wasn't even moody. I was just smiling and laughing and I was going. People are like, congratulations. I said, if only they knew that. Why I was
Why
smiling, I
are
don't
you
even know.
laughing?
Ah, I was not just smiling for things I didn't even know. So I came back, I reapplied. My first date after when I reapplied was June 23rd. Then I was fortunate enough to get a closer date, which was May 10th. And I chose that date and I chose 6:30, the very first interview this thing.
For the
6:30.
day.
Because I wanted to be like the first person to be interviewed. Like I was so pissed off at that lady that I was gingered. I'm going there this time and I want to be the very first.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I was the very first person. I really struggled my way to be the first person, and I was the first person. So immediately I got to the I wasn't tense, but immediately I got to the interview hall. Hey, that thing should just came again from nowhere. I was like, okay, here we go again. So I had to like calm myself down. Fortunately enough, the video didn't come out on time. I think they were having meeting at the bar because I was hearing some chit chat. Um, she didn't come out on that. So that actually gave me enough time to like calm myself
Yeah.
down and say all those positive things to myself just to like bring myself down. So when she finally came, I just went to meet her, all smiles and all. I went there, good morning, ma, passing the document. I did. Her first question was yeah, why Texas Tech University and why the US? So my response was okay. I settled on Texas Tech University based on three reasons. It provides me the option to choose either the traditional thesis based or the professional non-thesis based. So since I've come back to my home country for the normal regular thing, come back to my home country for to take up a job in one of the media firms, I will be going for the professional thesis based. Sorry, professional non-thesis based. Then I told her why mass communication. It was even later that I got to realize that it was just one reason that I gave her. Because I said I decided on Texas Tech University based on three reasons. So I just told her one, then I left two. I didn't even know since I even forgot about saying the remaining two. So I told her that I was like, okay. So I can see you have some deficits on your this thing. Who's paying for it? I told her my auntie be paying for it. She's been sponsoring my education 6 months. I got these studies. Then she said, okay, so why is the auntie paying for your studies? Doesn't she actually have a child of her own? In all honesty, I did not prepare for that question.
So
So in
before you
order,
continue, let me just if you're watching, this is something that you need to be very, like, you will not, because some people might not even, oh, who's your sponsor? It's just, my uncle is my sponsor. Your uncle has a family of his own. Your uncle has things that he has his own responsibilities. So sometimes just saying, oh, my uncle is my sponsor is not enough. You need to be ready, prepared for like, oh, why would your uncle choose to sponsor you? He has his own responsibilities too. And like you said, mentioning that she was not even prepared about it is very good for us to know, because some people might not even be honest about that situation. But her being, open enough and honest enough to let you know that she was not even prepared. And she still got her visa, because I know I'm cutting her short, because she's definitely going to tell us how she was able to get her way around that question. But like, just know that knowing the name or saying my uncle or my auntie is your sponsor is not enough. So let's continue.
Okay, so when she asked, deep down, I didn't know what to say as a thing. So in order to buy time for myself to like sharply think of an answer, I have to like, please, sorry, I didn't get you. Can you like help? So like she answered like slowly. So since I've already I heard that the first time, I wasn't like really listening to the question again. I was just like trying to like think of a very sharp and convincing answer. I was like, oh, okay, I can hear you clearly. Okay. So my auntie was sponsoring since my dad died, my auntie has been the one sponsoring me. Though yeah, she has a child of her own. She has just one child, and he's in secondary school. That since my dad died, she took it upon herself to sponsor my education to whatever level I decided to go to get to. Hence, I always come up with good grades, and I've been keeping up to my end of the bargain. That was exactly what I said. So how I thought about that answer now, I don't know. I should have thought about it there and there, standing looking at her in the face. I said it. In my mind, I'm like, hey, say, I don't fuck up with this answer. I'm like, well, but there's nothing I can actually do right now. I've said it. So I was like, oh, okay. So what will you be doing after your studies? I think after my studies, I'll come back to my home country to pick up a job with one of the media firms. And I also intend to start up a public relations firm later on in the future. Yeah, I can assist startups and businesses in the growth of their business, and also which will result to me creating job employment, whatever. But like, oh, okay. For sure typing, she will type, she will look at my I-20, she will look at my face. Hey, behind my mouth, I was like, God, I was just saying, this happened, this happened, this happened. That was the only thing I was saying. Because the worst part was that same cubicle, is it cubicle? That same part, interview, this let's actually, it's cubicle now. That same cubicle that was denied the very first time, that was the same one I went to, but it was just a different view. So I was just saying this happened. She was sharp typing. You don't type. What type of always typing? So sharp typing and you look at my things, look at me, you'll be shaking. I say, okay. Fine. The next number I was like, God, let her just push my passport one side. Then I know that okay, yes, I got it. She just did that thing, pushed it one side. I was like, finally.
Did she not ask you if your visa had been denied before?
She did not bring it up. I was actually expecting her to because since I was denied last month, April, and I'm going like in May, I was actually expecting her okay, I can see you are here before, so why are you here again? She did not even bring it up at all. Nothing. She didn't even ask me that at all. And I was actually very, very grateful, because maybe my answer wouldn't have been so convincing to her. Didn't bring it up at all, and I'm okay. If she didn't even ask me for any document, no bank statement, nothing. The only thing I gave her was my passport and my I-20, and that was it. No additional documents. All the documents that I packed, everything that I packed, I was just carrying big file for nothing. They never asked me for anything.
Yeah.
So that was how it went. And I came out with my white paper.
So what?
After she gave me my white paper, for some moment I was there, but later my ear opened down.
I'm just imagining how these visa officers would feel when a student actually like how they even what is going through their head when a student is reacting to either being denied or approved. Like when you see a student like, I mean, my visa has been approved. You mean this is, can I go? So what was it like?
Just gave me that. I didn't even have to even look at her face again. I was just like, my step just increased, just in case they're like, I'm sorry, just increased. I was just like, I was just looking straight at, I don't want to leave whether embassy because you can't change their mind. I'm not.
You know, I hear stories that touch.
Oh, I moved strictly out of that place.
So between the first interview and your second interview, do you think that there was something you did differently that you felt, you know, could have also helped you in a way? I know that the first interview you had like the VO, a lot of factors happened. The light was off, the VO was in a bad mood, and all, but you know, apart from that, was there anything personal you felt like, okay, maybe I didn't do so well in that first interview, if I'm being honest, or maybe I didn't? Was there anything different that you did for your second interview?
Personally, I would say my first one, being tense got the better part of me. You know, when you're tense, you have the right words, but the way you're saying it is not like the right way. It will fuck you up. So I had the right words, but I wasn't saying it correctly. I was so tense. I was fidgety, like my hands were so sweaty. As in, I was just tense, and it was like my very first experience, and I was prepared though. At home, I did the mirror rehearsal thing, everything. I was prepared. Okay, what else? Okay. She asked me one question. How did you get to know about Texas Tech University? So I didn't prepare for that one. Now I remember. I didn't prepare for that one. So she was like, okay, no, so my answer was okay. I went to Google, I was searching for universities that had that provides masters in mass communication. So I was searching, I came across Texas Tech University, and she was like, was Texas Tech the very first one you saw? I was like, oh, not really. I saw some people like, I don't know if that question is, if that my reply was normal, but that was what I said. And like I said, she didn't really give me time. She wouldn't even allow me to even like explain half of what I'm trying to say. She just like interject. Well, let's say maybe my very first response wasn't so catchy. I wasn't well prepared or well grounded in all these
Yeah,
things. But
yeah.
this time, I tried to make the answer of the question to be in the very first sentence. Then I'll now add like supporting response to like back it up. So that was what I did. And I wasn't so tense or scared. I was very, very confident with it. I was like, well, this, I didn't see it as an interview. I saw it like a conversation, like me going down and conversing with somebody, or more like me trying to like do a marketing job with someone. If you don't convince me, I will not buy your market. So that was what I just went there to do. So I tried to convince the lady, and I scaled through. So that was it basically, Sha.
It's actually amazing listening to you. One question before, I know we might get kicked out, but if we get kicked out, please feel free to rejoin if we're not done. But like one question I wanted to, did you get funding? Talk to us.
Yeah. Oh yes. Oh sorry. Yes, I did. I got funding. I got partial funding and in-state tuition funding. So my deficit is really insignificant. And I would say my deficit is more like my living expenses. That's if I would be staying at the school's campus, but obviously now I can't stay at the school campus. So that's just my deficit. Yeah, that's it. So my deficit was just
How much funding did you get from Texas State? Is it Texas Tech?
Texas Tech University.
Yeah. How much funding did you get from them?
Okay, I got a funding of 24,000 something.
Per academic year or for
Yeah,
just 1 year?
for 1 year, one academic year.
Yeah, you're just going there to cruise now.
Ah, oh well, more like I will not say more like it. I'm trying.
Accept it.
I have my reason
Of course.
other things actually come at hand, but yeah, that's it.
So when you
yeah.
say Texas Tech University, where actually is it in? Is it in, I know it's not in Austin.
No, it's in Lubbock, Texas. Lubbock.
Okay. So yeah, all the people coming to Texas, welcome. Come and join me here in Texas. You know, maybe we can hang out. So Julie, do you have any question for Emmanuella?
Are you?
I'm in Texas. I'm in Austin, Texas.
Oh, okay. I thought you were still at Birmingham.
No, I moved. I already moved.
Okay.
Is Julie here? All right, if Julie does not have any question, Julie, if Julie does not have any questions, so this brings us to like the end in a way, but before what can you say? We have less than a minute. What advice do you have for other students?
Okay, what I would say to every other